What's going on, everybody? Sons of PlayStation here. You got internationally known Johnnyx. We got Fai-Mob and Base Bandit 94 bringing you a PlayStation debrief on Naughty Dog. As you know, they just dropped their fantastic game, Uncharted 4, and we're basically going to go ahead and sit here and give you our thoughts on Naughty Dog. First, to kick it off, I'm going to go ahead and hand over the mic to Fai-Mob.
What's going on, guys? This Fai-Mob here, and Naughty Dog, with them coming back with another PlayStation exclusive to help out the homies wanting to go ahead and get back into the series, and hopefully, with it being the fourth one and it being as good as it is, I wouldn't be bothering if they were gonna be like, look, we got a fifth one on the map, but we gotta hold our horses. Now, with them being the way they are, going ahead, making all these games from Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Last of Us. If you look at the transitional phase, I'm surprised that they hit with the Uncharted series and then and went with the Last of Us to give us this reality that we're sitting and watching from their imagination, versus the cliche of, animals doing things and talking and whatever. We're actually dealing with people, and you're looking at the cinematic viewpoint. It's a great thing that they're doing, and they've come a long way. This project that they're doing right now with the Uncharted 4, as I've gotten time to play it, Base Bandit's got time to play it, Johnnyx got time to play it, and from all what we can gather so far, it's a fucking work of art, guys. Like, if you haven't checked it out, fucking missing out. But Naughty Dog is basically, this is their year, like, no doubt about it. If they're not winning this year, I don't know who the fuck's been smoking the worst shit for them to think that they're not winning, But I give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, this is something that they have definitely improved and show that they are on that next level generation gameplay, and I hope that they can, prevail and give us more, content like this, because we need this shit. We don't need like stuff that is always like the Call of Duty franchise or the Battlefield. Like, you don't need franchises that are repeating themselves. Uncharted is giving you a different atmosphere constantly, and with Naughty Dog being ahead of that, it's just showing that they're trying to go in the right direction for gameplay, not go backwards or repeat themselves. But that's my take on it. I'm passing the torch to Base Bandit and letting him give you the feedback like he believes of what's going on with Naughty Dog.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you, but you made some good points. Naughty Dog is a really good game developer, and when you look at how many games they made, it's not a lot. It's only a couple of series that they have made, but they're all fantastic games. Now, I think they're the best to do it, hands down. One of the best, and they should keep doing it. Now, as Johnny X mentioned, there are two teams on Naughty Dog. Now, the one team came out with Uncharted 4 Gem. This is a great game, must-buy game. This is probably the only game that I've ever bought that I can actually say that I'm glad I spent $60 on this game. This game is worth it. Story mode looks fantastic. The story mode is great. Multiplayer, another fantastic multiplayer like always. And this is coming from somebody who has not played Uncharted 1, 2, or 3. I've seen it, never really got into it. I've never played it, but then I saw the hype the end of last year for Uncharted 4 and decided to get on the bandwagon. Glad that I did. And then you have Fai-Mob's perspective, where he's played the third one and now the fourth one. Then Johnny X will give you his take from 1 through 4. This is really great game. Everyone should go out and buy it. But now, turning to Naughty Dog, this is what I think that they're making, that the second team will be making, and I think that's Crash Bandicoot. Now, The reason why I say this is because it already has a 2016 release date. Now, yes, it's 2016. Do I think it's going to release in 2016? I'm not sure. You know, Naughty Dog has done this last year where they have pushed games back. Naughty Dog said that Uncharted 4 was supposed to be released 2015, but they kept pushing it back, and then finally we got the release date of May 10th. So do I think that they'll do the same thing to Crash Bandicoot? Probably not. And I don't even know 100% if it's Crash Bandicoot, but I really hope it is. That was a great game. I hope that they come back with it, and I hope that they make it 10 times better like they always do. And that's another thing that they that makes them so great, is that they take games that they've made before, or they continue in the series, and they've made the next game better. They never decrease, they always increase, which have been fantastic. As far as Uncharted goes, I'm giving that this game is great. Like Fai-Mob said, if they don't win this year for best game hands down, I have no idea, because somebody's been smoking that strong shit, because you know it is great. There's no flaw in this game. Everything's perfect. You know, of course somebody's not going to like something, but I don't know what you can go wrong with this game, or this game developer at that. But you know, that's my take, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Johnnyx. Johnnyx, what do you think about Naughty Dog?
I think Naughty Dog, well, I know Naughty Dog they are my favorite game developer. For a lot of the things that you guys have already mentioned. They go ahead and deliver great gaming experiences, and they are about the game. If anybody's playing, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but in Uncharted 4, in like the beginning chapters, they even pay homage like to gaming and their roots with like an Easter egg. So, do I think Naughty Dog is the best developer out there? If you ask me, yes. Do I think Naughty Dog has something up their sleeve with their second team? Absolutely. Now, I know that Base Bandit mentioned that it is rumored that it's going to be Crash Bandicoot, and I sure hope so, because that was a great game. I think they had like 4 or 5 Crash Bandicoots, so it's definitely something that they're familiar with. One of the reasons that they are in my eyes, the best game developers, because they're one of the only game developers that isn't about rushing a game out before it's perfected. As Base Bandit said, there's very little wrong for this game. Now, of course, some people may not like it because they just simply don't like this type of game, and that's fine. But you're seeing a lot in the industry right now is them setting a release date and them trying to get the game out on that date. Now, that's all well and good because you got to shoot for your goals, of course. But at some point, they're sacrificing a lot of stuff. It comes out a little buggy. You know, you get patches like every week for the first month. Uncharted 4 isn't like that. Naughty Dog isn't like that. They will delay a game because they'd rather deliver a finished, perfect product instead of delivering a game that's just being released because they said 2 years ago that this was going to be the release date, but they're not completely finished with it, and they're finishing it as the game goes on, which is something we don't want to see. We pay $60 for these games. We want a finished game. But I think Uncharted 4 is going to be Game of the Year. I think Naughty Dog will surprise us by the end of the year. They're going to announce another game. Now, it could be Crash Bandicoot. Some people are even saying it's The Last of Us 2. I thought The Last of Us 2 is probably one of the greatest games of our time. Story-driven game, very emotional type game, something that could be a movie. Which is why I personally feel that they shouldn't make a sequel, but that's just my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, Naughty Dog is the only ones doing it out there that stays true to gaming. They're more about delivering a perfect game or something as close to perfect rather than trying to push something out there as like a cash grab, like getting, your money, another Call of Duty or something like that. You see far too many rushed games. Like when I was younger and I used to game on Nintendo and Nintendo to this day, when they release a game, it's very little patches because they take their time. Granted, they don't have as many experiences as the PlayStation does. A lot of my best gaming experiences in general, not the sidetrack, have been on the PlayStation. I'm talking about, PlayStation 1, Final Fantasy 7. I remember right now the the scene where Cloud is on the motorcycle driving down, chasing after I forgot what he was chasing. It's been that long, but just my greatest experiences have always been on PlayStation. But I digress. But I think Naughty Dog, to me, represents what a gaming company should be. More concerned with releasing a high-quality game instead of a cash grab trying to get you for your money with an incomplete game. And this game, I'm going to say it again, I know I said it before in other live streams, this game is Game of the Year to me. And it will be Game of the Year, and everybody's going to see that. I have a hard time believing that anything from any console is going to go ahead and beat this game.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah, it's perfect. But basically, that's our PlayStation debrief. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video also. Get your friends involved, even shoot us some tips on what you'd like to see on our channel. We really enjoy doing this. Actually, right now, after this, we're going to go ahead and hop on some more gaming. But this has been Fai-Mob, Johnnyx, Base Bandit with the PlayStation debrief. For more stuff like this, keep it locked right here on Sons of PlayStation. We're having a discussion on the new Uncharted policy that they have in terms of their DLC that they're going to be offering in the future. Now, to go ahead and